Is the carnivore diet a miracle cure, or is it just another health fad? I went full carnivore for 30 days to find out for myself. If you're thinking of trying this, here's what you can expect in the first 30 days of the diet. I'm Ryan Sahlberg, a retired Marine Corps officer. I decided to try the carnivore diet 5 years ago. My initial intention was to do it for 30 days, but 5 years later, I'm still doing it. Now, before we dive in, I just want to make it clear. I'm not a doctor and I'm not a nutritionist. This is all based on my personal experience. So it's best to consult with a physician before you're going to make any dietary changes. So let's break down what to expect week by week in your first 30 days. This isn't about tips and tricks. I have another video covering that. This is about the results and the changes you'll experience. So the first day or two, you might actually feel pretty good. You're excited, you're motivated, and the novelty of eating only meat is kind of fun. You might even think this is easy. But don't be fooled, this is just the honeymoon phase. So probably by day 3, you're going to hit what people call the keto flu. And this is your body switching from burning carbs to burning fat, or ketones. This process is called ketosis, and it feels rough. The symptoms you might experience are headaches, fatigue, diarrhea, dizziness, brain fog, and irritability, and others. But what other experts, and me personally, what I believe, is that your body's going through withdrawal symptoms. I've experienced withdrawals before, and they are very similar to what I experienced in carnivore. Same symptoms: diarrhea, couldn't sleep, nauseous, I felt weak. So think about it. You've been running on carbs and sugar your entire life. Your body is literally addicted to glucose. Now you're cutting it off cold turkey. So your body doesn't know what to do. So the good news? This should be over after about 3 to 5 days. So by the end of week 1. So during that week, you might want to stick close to home just to be near your toilet. And I'm not joking about this, so plan accordingly. So if you work out, expect your performance to take a hit. This was one of the hardest parts for me. I felt weak. I couldn't lift what I normally lifted, and my endurance was shot. So I remember doing our weekly run every Saturday, which we usually go about 5 miles, and I was struggling. I barely finished it. So this is completely normal. Your body is learning to use a different fuel source. Your muscles are depleted of glycogen, and they haven't adapted efficiently to burn fat yet. But it gets better, so just hang in there. So now let's cover the second week, day 8 to 14. So by the second week, your brain fog should have lifted by now. Most people start feeling human again. The keto flu symptoms should be gone, or at least greatly diminished. You're not quite at 100% energy yet, but you're not feeling like death anymore. So now let's talk about weight loss results, because this is what most people care about. So what I've seen, generally speaking, there are 2 types of people. 1, people who lose weight immediately, and then 2, people whose bodies are stubborn, and eventually the weight starts coming off down the road. For me, I immediately started losing weight. I think I lost about 8 to 10 pounds in the first week alone. Now I get it, a lot of that's water weight, but I was still losing weight. And by day 14, I was still dropping weight. And it was clearly more than water at this point. Now, if you're in that second category, the stubborn body type, don't get discouraged if you can't lose weight initially. Some people's bodies just hold on to weight for 2 or 3 weeks, and then eventually it starts coming off. Your body doesn't trust you yet, so you just got to give it time. So by week 2, your digestive system is starting to figure things out. The constant trips to the bathroom should be slowing down, if not completely gone, and your body is learning how to process pure protein and fat without the fiber. Yeah, I know. Trust me, you're going to hear it. Everyone's going to tell you that you need fiber, and how do you get your fiber? Well, I haven't eaten fiber in 5 years, and my digestive system is doing just fine. Your gut bacteria are adapting. Also, by week 2, you'll notice that you're a lot less gassy. You won't feel bloated after meals. Your stomach just feels settled. It's hard to describe until you actually experience it. So this is where it gets interesting. You're still going to think about carbs, and you might crave that pizza every now and then. It's not the desperate physical craving that you had last week. It's more mental, habit, and nostalgia rather than hunger. As far as your physical performance in week 2, you're going to start getting back to your normal strength levels. If you're lifting heavy weights, you're probably still down about 10 to 15% from your normal numbers. But it's getting better. You don't feel as completely drained anymore. The key here is patience. Your body is still adapting. As far as your endurance, you're probably still struggling a little bit too, but you're getting there. So day 15 to 21, your energy level should start returning. And you'll experience some significant health benefits by week 3. The first week or two, you'll feel fatigued, But by week 3, you should start getting back to normal, and your energy levels should return. And you even might start having more energy than you did before. This was a big moment for me. I remember waking up on day 18 or 19 and actually feeling really good. Not just okay, but genuinely energized. And it wasn't just the jittery, crash later energy from caffeine or sugar. It was steady, sustainable energy that lasted all day. So people always talked about mental clarity on carnivore, and I always thought it was exaggerated. But it's not. By week 3, I noticed I could focus better. I wasn't having those afternoon brain fog moments. I could work on complex tasks for longer periods of time without getting mentally exhausted. So my theory is that your brain loves ketones. It runs more efficiently on fat than on glucose. Plus, you're not dealing with the blood sugar spikes and crashes anymore. Your brain gets a steady supply of fuel all day long. Also, by week 3, the sweet cravings should disappear. You should be over all those cravings. Me, I was never a huge sweets guy. I mean, I liked my ice cream, but by week 3, I didn't have those cravings anymore. And today, I don't have any cravings for sweets. Now, will you be to the point where I am today, where I only want steak and eggs? Definitely not during the first 30 days. You're going to want a variety of food still, but you should start only craving meat. But the desperate sugar cravings should be gone by week 3. So your gut should be greatly improved by now. Mine was. You won't be nearly as gassy, not even close. You won't feel bloated after meals. You will feel fine no matter what you eat. Remember those high carb meals where you feel tired and want to take a nap? Or how people always want to sleep after lunch? Well, with a full carnivore diet, you won't get that crash anymore. The hour after lunch, you'll be fine while your coworkers are falling asleep. And on a side note, while we're on the topic, it's not the tryptophan in turkey that makes you tired after Thanksgiving dinner. It's the absorbent amount of carbs that you just consumed. Anyways, I digress. So during week 3, as far as your physical performance, this is where things should start getting better in the gym. You're still not quite back up to your normal strength levels, but you're getting close. Maybe 85, 90%, in some cases, maybe 95%. But the weights that felt impossible to lift during week 1, they're starting to feel manageable now. Your endurance is improving. You can actually finish your workouts without feeling completely destroyed. So by week 4, you should start feeling that new normal. Carnivore doesn't feel weird anymore. It's just what you do. Your body has fully adapted, or it's very close to fully adapting, to burning fat for fuel. This is where you can really see what the diet can do. So by day 30, I was still dropping weight. Eventually, my body stabilized and I settled in at about 175 to 180 pounds. But for a while, I was really dropping it. So eventually, my body stabilized to about 175 to 180 pounds, which is where I'm at today. But for a while there, I was dropping even more weight. I got down to about 170 and maybe even a little lower. But again, my body stabilized at about 175, 180. And I probably lost about 15 to 20 pounds in that first month alone. That's significant weight loss, and I wasn't even trying to restrict my calories. I ate until I was full every single meal. So you should start seeing improvements to your skin if you have skin issues. If you have dry skin, it should start getting to normal. If you have a skin condition like eczema, carnivore has been known to put that in remission. Whether you see these benefits in the first 30 days is a different discussion. There's a good chance, though, you could start seeing improvement. For me, I had dry skin my entire life. And about day 25 on the carnivore diet, I started seeing a significant improvement. Not completely gone, but definitely improved. My skin overall just looked healthier, and I had less inflammation. So this is something I was not expecting. My sleep got dramatically better. I was falling asleep faster, waking up feeling more refreshed. I wasn't waking up in the middle of the night as often. I think this has to do with having stable blood sugar throughout the night and reduced inflammation. But before carnivore, I would wake up multiple times a night, and then I would struggle to fall back asleep. On carnivore, most nights I sleep straight through the night. So as far as your physical performance, this is where it all comes together. By week 4, my strength was back to my old levels. The first 2 or 3 weeks, I struggled with my strength, but by week 4, I was back to normal. I was hitting the same numbers that I hit before the carnivore diet. And on top of that, my recovery was better. I wasn't as sore after workouts, and I wasn't feeling beaten down. My joints felt better. That's when I knew this diet was working. Some people actually report getting stronger than they were before because recovering better and not dealing with inflammation. I definitely experienced that in my first 30 days. So that leads me into the next point, inflammation reduction. This is a big one that I didn't fully appreciate until later. But by day 30, I realized my joints didn't hurt as much. I had some nagging hip pain from before, but that was considerably better. My knees felt better when I ran. Everything just felt better and was less inflamed. Your body stops fighting the constant inflammation from plant compounds and processed food. This was a big step in healing and recovery. So let me just summarize what you can realistically expect during the first 30 days. For your energy levels, you should have steady, sustained energy throughout the day. No more 2 p.m. crashes and no more drinking coffee all day to get through it. Just consistent energy. For your mental clarity, you should have sharper focus, better concentration, and less brain fog. You'll notice this when you're working on complex tasks or trying to learn something new. As far as your weight loss, for a lot of people, you'll lose 10 to 20 pounds. A lot of this depends on how much you have to lose. And this is without counting calories or restricting food. But just remember, this is going to vary significantly based on the person. So your digestion will be much improved. You'll have less gas, less bloating, and you won't have any more food comas. By day 30, your cravings should be gone, relatively speaking. You won't be craving sugar or carbs anymore. You might think about them occasionally, but it's not a physical craving. And for your sleep, you'll have better quality sleep. You'll fall asleep faster, you'll stay asleep longer, you'll feel more refreshed when you wake up. After 30 days, your strength and performance should be back to your baseline level. The first 2 to 3 weeks will be rough, but by week 4, you should be back to your normal levels. And your recovery is better. You should have reduced joint pain and less overall inflammation in your body. You should start seeing your skin to improve, the dryness clearing up, and any skin conditions getting better. So just to be clear, let's talk about what won't happen in the first 30 days. Most of the long-term health benefits won't materialize in the first 30 days. If you go online, you'll hear people describing miraculous health benefits such as curing arthritis, reversing autoimmune conditions, or eliminating chronic pain. More than likely, though, this isn't going to happen in the first 30 days. This is going to take anywhere from 6 to 12 months when you start seeing improvements for this. And honestly, you probably won't even notice at first. You'll just notice that you don't snore anymore or your knee no longer bothers you. For me, I had chronic knee pain from an old injury and arthritis. After about 6 months on Carnivore, I realized that that pain wasn't there anymore. I wasn't even paying attention to it. But just be patient though. These deeper healing benefits won't happen in 30 days. But the foundation is being laid. So everyone's experience is going to vary to some degree. Some people see dramatic results in 30 days, while others see more modest improvements. It depends on your starting point, your metabolic health, your stress levels, your sleep quality, and a dozen other factors. Don't compare your results to someone else's results. Just focus on how you feel compared to where you started. Are you sleeping better? Do you have more energy? Is your digestion better? These are the metrics that matter. 30 days is a good benchmark to start your carnivore journey. It's not easy. The first week is rough. I'm not going to lie to you. Week 2 and 3 are better, but you're still adapting. But by week 4, you start seeing what this diet can really do. And after 30 days, you should be seeing real, measurable improvements to your health. Better energy, better sleep, better digestion, weight loss, mental clarity. Then it's up to you to decide whether or not you want to keep pursuing it. For me, I felt so much better that I never looked back. 5 years later, I'm still eating this way, and I have no plans to stop. The benefits that I've experienced go far beyond what I saw in the first 30 days. So if you're thinking of trying Carnivore, commit to the full 30 days. Don't just half-ass it. Give your body enough time to adapt and experience the benefits. So for some beginners tips on how to start, what to eat, and how to manage the transition, check out my other video linked in the description. If you found this useful, please share it with a friend and hit the subscribe button. I put out new content every week. And thanks for watching.